Hello, so I'm hoping in about half an hour at 9:30 to be discussing the issues surrounding Philip Schofield, Hugh Edwards, and the allegations coming out about Dan Wootton, and whether or not we need a new style of presenter, whether or not we're expecting too much of those people we put on television and in front of the media, whether we need to expect less and get more. What I would like to see on television, and what I think would encourage me to go back to looking at television, which doesn't happen very often now, certainly not British television, is more debate, more detail, and frankly, as far as the BBC is concerned, significantly less weather. I'm so bored by getting the same weather again and again and again. There's a point to which you just think the weather cannot change that much. And then you get the same headlines again and again and again, and it's tiresome. Now, unfortunately, the radio is going in the same direction. And what we need is a more interesting, thought-provoking, challenging media, and one that isn't afraid to take an opinion, one that will give us the details without lawyering up so much that we can't actually get any information, and yet it's all there. This is the point. The irony is it's all there on social media, unfiltered, like sticking your head into a sewer system. And we should be able to expect slightly more from mainstream media. And if GB News wishes to be taken seriously as mainstream media, if Talk TV wishes to survive its experience of Nadine Dorries, then maybe it needs to be doing the same sort of thing. Maybe it needs to be challenging and offering a fair perspective and a balanced view, rather than the sort of thing we get with a very, very talented performer, significantly more talented in the studio than he is in the chamber of the House of Commons, Jacob Rees-Mogg. We need him to actually engage with these people who are put up for him to pillory and spar with, because just when it's getting interesting, he will say, well, I'm sorry, we've come to the end now, and we must now move on. Oh, have you again? Indeed he will. Indeed he will. But there has to come a point where there's a parity of ideas, where there's an exchange of ideas, rather than just an opportunity for Rees-Mogg to follow his script and do somebody down and then claim that this is hearing the other side. It's not. And by the way, the BBC and Channel 4 are not necessarily immune to that sort of nonsense as well. So what we need is a real exchange of ideas, and we don't get it. So one of the problems of social media is it's so controlled by the algorithm that what we end up watching is what we already believe, and we think everybody thinks as we do. We don't. We've just been deceived by the algorithm. And there's so many people who are completely convinced that the world thinks this because that's all I see on social media. Sorry, darlings, you've been deceived by the algorithm. But anyway, come and join me and Shaun Attwood, who's a wonderful fellow, at 9:30. The link is here. I'll put it on the underneath so you can follow it as well. Have fun. See you later.